Tonight from Fernwood, Fernwood Tonight, 30 minutes of very remarkable entertainment. Coming to you live with your host for tonight, Mr. Barth Gimble. Tonight, Barth's guest will be Elliot Tubbs, who proves that any dummy can sell insurance. And a big surprise for Mike Douglas fans, even though he's still alive. And Happy Kyne and the Mirth Makers. And me, I'm Jerry Hubbard. And now your host and mine, Mr. Barth Gimble.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Excuse me? No, I'm okay. Thank you. Good evening and welcome again to Fernwood Tonight. I am Barth Gimble, although I guess I sound a little more nasal than my usual mellow Gimble tones. I've got one of those lousy summertime colds that just, hang on forever. I guess it happened last weekend when I was out at the Fernwood Dunes. I was shooting a couple of rounds with my good friend Ed McPherson, and we were going right down to the wire, the 18th hole, and I just couldn't afford another bogey. So here's what, my putt landed right on the lip of the cup, and the darn ball just sat there. You know what that's like. Would not go in. And as many of you hackers, excuse me. Excuse me, one sec. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry I have to do this. All right, anyway, the ball is sitting right there on the edge, and as a lot of you people who play golf know, as the day gets a little older and a little longer, the grass tends to flatten a little bit with the moisture, and it's not unheard of for that ball to just all of a sudden go bloop, right into the cup, and there's your par. At least that's what I was thinking, and with a couple of hundred clams riding on it, I think you know what I was thinking on top of that. Thought it was worth a chance. I don't know if it was the chilly night air or simply getting home at 3 o'clock in the morning that gave me this cold. Consequently, getting very little sleep. I don't know what it was. Anyway, I seem to have ended up with a great big bogey right here in the nose and the throat. And, excuse me. Oh, always use a bag, even in your car. I should remind you of that. I hope you'll bear with me because I don't want to mention it. I don't want anyone to notice it. Just forget I have a cold, okay? Especially for this show, because it's kind of a special show. It did go, actually, it did go in shortly after the Ed McPherson left. I should tell you that. Anyway, I guess it's kind of a special evening tonight. We're celebrating the birthday of one of the wonderful guys on the crew. One of these guys who make it possible for this to be your favorite show. One of our cameramen, actually our senior cameraman. He's the one that knows where all the screwdrivers are. I love to do that. But now it's showtime. Before we get into the show, I'd like to do something that, well, actually, you're not supposed to do this on the air. No, not that. What I was thinking is, oh boy, that clogs it up. Okay. Yeah, what I'd like to do is just maybe hope the union doesn't get on my back, but I'd like to, can we just show Billy? It's his birthday. Billy, can you just turn the camera around? Can you swing a camera around and get a shot of Billy? Oh, Billy, that's your own camera, so... Billy, I got a better idea, Bill. Excuse me. Billy, why don't you come on out here, let the folks at home get a look at you, okay, Billy? Billy Shavers. Can you come up here? There we go. Happy birthday, Bill.
Thank you.
Really.
Thank you.
Jerry Hubbard, ladies and gentlemen.
Congratulations. And thank you for the check, too.
Okay, allow a few days for that check to clear. Okay? Hey, if you can't do that now and then for the guys that really make it happen, how about it?
That's right. If it wasn't for those cameramen, there wouldn't be much of a show, would there? How's that cold coming along? I understand you have a little something, a little bug.
What cold, Jerry? That's the way
it'll be gone in a couple of days. Oh, but I had a friend who had a cold, and when it turned into pneumonia in his lung, an air embolism went through his body, stuck in his heart, and he was gone like that. So take it easy.
Thank you, Jerry. Well, we got a great show tonight, and I hope to live through it. You know, there are so many interesting people right here in Fernwood. We have really no trouble getting guests for the show. Excuse me. We found our next guest after a casual thumbing through of the Fernwood High yearbook for 1958. That was your year, wasn't it?
That's right. I was there in that year.
Well, anyway, this guest of ours from that... what year were you?
I don't remember.
You must have been a junior in 58.
Oh, now you're getting me going.
Because I know you were a junior in 56, 57.
Yes. And
they kind of combined a couple of our classes there, so it may have
So you
gone
almost
over into
skipped the
58.
grade,
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
I did skip ahead in the backward class. I was the top of the backward class.
Well, at least the top.
Hey, we're kidding here.
Of course. We love to have fun that way. At any rate, this gentleman is our first guest of the evening, and back in the class of 58 in Fernwood High, he was voted the class clown, so we figured he'd be a lot of fun. Why don't you join us and welcome, please, Mr. Elliot J. Tubbs.
All right.
Boy, got us both there.
Should I offer you anything?
No.
Boy.
That's some cold.
Oh, it's no cold. I don't have one. It just clogs up a little bit. Boy, you still haven't lost that sense of humor of yours, have you?
No. Well,
I got you the award back in 58, class clown.
I've got an image to maintain, Barth.
Sure.
I mean, when I won the Class Clown Award in 1958, I was proud and lucky. I had a lot of competition.
What have you been doing since your hilarious days as class clown?
Well, I'm in insurance now, Barth. Right. I'm working covering the whole Tri-County area. And I found that my God-given ability for humor helps me sell an awful lot of insurance.
Oh,
I mean, well, there's just so much misery in life that I'm glad to be in a profession that helps me lift the worry about the future off of Dad's weary shoulders.
Yep.
Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to show you what I mean, Barth.
Hey, stage is yours. Go right ahead.
Uh-oh, what's coming up here?
What have you got in there?
I've got some...
Look out, Jerry!
Now, here we are. This is Nora Nicely, and this, I think I've got him right, yeah, is Norman Nicely right there on the floor. Okay? I'm Nora Nicely. And I'm Norman Nicely. Hiya, Barth. Say hello, Barth.
That's all right. I understand what you're doing.
Hi, I'll talk to them. Hi. Is it Norman?
Norman.
Hi, Norman. Hi, Nora.
Hiya, Jerry.
How long you kids been married?
8 years.
8 years. My gosh. Any pat or little feet around the house?
Jerry, I think that's...
A boy and a girl.
Oh, 2. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I think maybe these are questions that Sherry Lewis could answer better.
Very lifelike.
Elliot, for crying out loud, let's get on with it. Will you maybe just show us how this, in some way, works in the insurance racket?
Well, sure, Barth. You see, people just don't want to place the plain, awful, inevitable truth about the future. I mean, as an insurance salesman, I can't walk up to a client and say, look, I know you're only 25 years old now, but someday you're going to be dead. It just doesn't put them in the mood to buy.
No.
So, you see, I use Nora and Norman here to appeal to the children of the young couple, and then they encourage Mommy and Daddy to buy. I say, we go in the den, they gather around, and I say, hello, children! Here's your mommy, here's your daddy, and they're very, very happy until one day this happens.
I can't believe it. I was just talking to him.
We'll be right back after this important word. Stay with us. Incredibly adequate playing, Happy. Why don't you come over here? Happy Kyne.
Sit down, Hap. Make yourself at home. Those are some of the great ones, huh?
Happy?
Oh.
Have you met Elliot Tubbs?
Well, I met him before just now, yes.
Yes, I think so.
Well, he's always been number 2 in his field, I think.
Absolutely.
But anyway, you know, the last time I saw him, he came into the Bun and Run to sell me some insurance, you know, and so I got back at him at his own game, you know. I slipped him a rubber hamburger.
Could he tell the difference? I'm joking.
But the second thing that I thought was the funniest was a breakaway hot dog. Oh, they're wonderful. You know, they're stainless steel, and then you spray them pink, you see. And when you bite into them, they really break away, you know. But luckily, I had signed the contract for the insurance already, so it took care of all of his upper teeth. It was okay.
So you got insurance down there?
Oh, yes.
I guess you have to with incidents like that, what happened with the young lady with the hamburger business. That was kind of a nasty...
The interesting thing was that we spent a lot of time in the hospital. I had to go up to the hospital with the attorneys, you know, and, and when we walked in there, it was really something. When you look at all those shut-ins, who, and from Fernwood, too, that they just have a terrible social life, you know. They don't have even a burger to bring life to themselves, you know, nothing like that.
Do they have a decent cold ward up there?
Do you want to go in there?
I was thinking, boy, if this thing doesn't lighten up a little bit.
Here's something that might cheer him up, Happy.
I'm covered. I could have lost an eye, but it's okay. But,
oh, what a jerk. You know, that's awful nice what you've been doing, going up and visiting those old people.
Well, not only that, but when I went up there and I saw all these shut-ins, I thought, I've got to do something for them. So I've started a Songs for Shut-ins program for the shut-ins of Fernwood. And what it is, any shut-in that comes down to my Bun and Run that I own, of course, and orders a hot dog, will receive a certificate entitling them to 10% off of the inspirational album of their choice at my music store. That's Happy's Melody Market. And
that is really, really nice, Happy. Now, excuse me, any kind of sickness or injury will qualify you as a shut-in, right? You qualify, right?
That's true. I mean, as long as the suffering sick person can verify it with a letter from the doctor. I mean,
okay. Now, they must purchase a hot dog or burger, thick shake, something like that first, right?
That is a must.
Okay. Something just occurred to me, Happy. I don't know. I'm sure you've given this thought and have a wonderful answer. I can't wait to hear it. If the person is, in fact, quite sick, ergo, or therefore, shut in, literally shut in, how the heck is he going to get down to the Bun and Run to buy a hot dog in the first place?
Well, that's his problem.
Okay.
See, I'm a musician, not a magician.
Okay. Well, I hope all of our shut-in friends out there will take advantage of that.
Yeah, from now on, when people get sick in this town, they'll think of you and your hamburgers.
But, you know, I was surprised. I was really surprised when I went in there and I saw all these people, how much music means to the infirm. You know, I take the band in there sometimes on a Sunday afternoon. We walk through the wards, you know, and we play an old song, and you can just see the foot of the bedclothes kind of just jumping up and down because they're keeping time with their feet to the music. You know?
Absolutely. Sure.
Some of them, of course, if they can't move their feet, their hands are going a little bit like that. We had a couple people that were keeping time with their eyelids, you know.
Sure.
But the rhythm wasn't really as good as we can offer.
Yeah. But they try, for crying out loud, their heart's in the right place.
Now, you take a gallbladder operation. The patient is in there like the first day. What do his friends bring him? They come up to the ward, and they bring him a radio to play music to cheer him up.
Yeah.
That's what they do. And that's what music means.
Of course, you could follow that to the ultimate conclusion there. When you die, you probably play music, nothing like good death-style music to get the funeral going. And what would a funeral be without organ music or something like that? What do you guys play at a funeral? The party's over? Tie a yellow ribbon around the old pine box? Oh, how I'll never get up in the morning? Or down and down I go? Or I ain't down yet?
Yeah, that's true, because sickness and music really go hand in hand.
Yeah, well, that's certainly the case with your band, Happy. Well, and the Mirth Makers.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because that's the sentiment that I like to carry out with that sort of thing, because I've got a special number here to do. And what I did was...
That's certainly sudden. We're just...
Well, I have to get into this, because it's a commercial we're going to do. We're giving them a little preview.
You were going to fix your car.
No, my car isn't sick. But anyway, and what this is, it's a very heartwarming number, and it's something that we did for Shut-Ins Week here in Fernwood. And so, yes, and I got a couple of the Dunbar sisters to come up.
Oh, double treat, huh?
You like them? Yeah, they're kind of cute children. Well, and so they were doing that, and this is just a commercial for it, a kind of a public service message and so forth. And I think that it will be very nice when you hear it, and it kind of shows the generosity that goes with this number. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Okay, well, we're certainly looking forward to it. Why don't you just go ahead and do it?
Okay.
Okay.
Shut-ins, you don't need to cook when you're feeling queasy. Come on down to the Bun and Run. We make eating easy.
The fun big dogs are tips and sauce for all our shut-in friends. At Shut-ins Fun Sunday night with this big awesome end.
Cause sickness doesn't have to mean you'll have no fast food fun. Disease is just one reason more to visit Bun and Run.
We'll be right back after this word from our
At the river, at the rivers where we are.
We're gathered here tonight to pay tribute to a great American, the great Mr. Mike Douglas. I know that Mike Douglas is not dead yet. But why wait till you're late to hear that you're late? I think it's important to let our friends know how we feel about them before they go to that big talk show in the sky. Why not let them smell the flowers now? So, Mike, if you'll just sit back and relax and make believe that the worst has indeed happened, I'm sure you'll get a real kick out of this, okay? We are gathered here well in advance, we presume, or we would have read about it in Variety, to pay a special tribute to a special guy, Mr. Mike Douglas. Mike has certainly earned his reward, the right to have his Lord as his co-host. I, for one, will not be able to believe that Mike is gone. No, I would rather believe he will be right back after a few words from his sponsors. I'd rather believe he's simply being preempted by a long, long news bulletin. I'd rather hear he's just been canceled than to think that we will never again hear his special renditions of Spinning Wheel or Bad, Bad Leroy Brown. Or to think that celebrities will never again be able to stay free at the Holiday Inn while in Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike had many guests on his show. In alphabetical order, Fred Astaire, Muhammad Ali, Alan Alda, Robert Alda, Ed Ames, Ed Asner, Eddie Arcaro, Eddie Arnold. That's 4 Eddies there. It's probably one of those theme shows that he had a lot of. Everyone under the same name. Rex Allen. Now, he wouldn't have been on the Eddie show, but
No.
he was an A.
That's right. Your last name was A. Okay. Okay.
I didn't get into the B's.
It's a good thing there might be some around here, Jerry, so...
And I'm doing this out of love because I'm allergic to this.
Jerry needs some plastic.
That's what I'm allergic to, this kind of plastic. They're real flowers. All right. Touch one of those, my whole arm swells up to the...
Well, that's great news, Jerry. But let's get on with the eulogy here. Let's not think of Mike as just another hard-driving, cold-blooded journalist. Now, no. N-O spells no. This great man has given us all he could, and we've taken all we could. I like to think that if Mikey were here right now today, he would have summed it all up by just simply saying, that's all the time we have. See you later, everybody.
Just today on the Mike Douglas eulogy appeared courtesy of Jim. The choir gowns were furnished by Arlene's Costume Rental, where every day is Halloween. While in Fernwood, Mike Douglas, if you should ever come here, will be treated to the celebrity discount rate at the Apache Motel, featuring 24-hour coffee machine and ice at the end of the hall.
We'll be right back after these words from our sponsor. Mike, don't go away. Well, that's about all the time we have for tonight. I'd simply like to thank my guests, the wonderful practical joker, and the other people. And a salute to you, Mike. Thank goodness you're still with us. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you.
Stacey Steffens as Stacey Dunbar.
La